Hey, what's up, you guys? Eric AFG here, bringing another action figure review to you. And this is a figure I've been wanting for quite a while, quite some time. I've had chance after chance to get him on eBay, and I kind of blew it quite a few times, but I got another great chance and picked him up for a great price. This is I believe DC Direct figure. It's definitely one of their older figures. But this is Man Bat. For those of you who don't know, Dr. Langstrom, the Man Bat, and I'm actually surprised how large this figure is. Like when I first saw this figure, looking at it, in photographs and stuff. And his wings are huge, but I mean, it just makes the figure that much better because, really, to be honest, when you think about Man Bat, he's a large creature, so it makes perfect sense. I really like the sculpt on this figure a lot, and I'm so glad that I finally got him. And just wow, look at the details. So let's check this figure out first of all. I mean, he's huge, he looks awesome, but let's get a little bit more of an in-depth look at the Man Bat. Well, first I just kind of wanted to do this to get a close-up on his name tag. That is so dope. You could see it. Just incredible detail right there. You see Dr. K. Langstrom, Dr. Kurt Langstrom, that's his name, and so yeah, so it's not just like a flat card, with no detail and no. I mean, they even put a picture on there, of Dr. Langstrom. So I mean, it's really, really nice. I really like that. It's really great. It's like I was saying before, this figure is really huge. So look at the detail on his wings. Wow. You see the veins in his wings. Just, and I like that. This is his finger. These are his two fingers that's just extending through the wing. Like, I never even thought about like how Dr. Lindstrom, mutates and all that, like I never even thought about that. But now just looking at this figure, like it just like I have a whole new appreciation now. You see the detail and rips of his shirt, after him mutating, see all that detail back there, the his jeans. So, I mean, just really a fantastic figure. And this head sculpt is just awesome. I mean, probably, in my opinion, wow, look at that detail in his ears. You see some of the hair there. Yes, so like I was about to say, probably, in my opinion, the best sculpt of Man Bat I've seen. Now, there's quite a few figures of him. Not a lot of figures of Man Bat, because I mean, I don't think he's like a wildly popular character, like compared to somebody like the Joker. There's like no contest. I mean, it's just, if you type up Joker action figure, you'll see like a trillion figures of the Joker and Batman. Like that's all like anybody like ever knows. But Batman, his Rose Gallery, definitely, it's the reason why Batman has one of the best Rogue Gallery in comic book history. There's a reason for that, because he has a lot. He has a lot of villains, but this figure is just awesome. You see the detail in his shirt there. You see the inside lining, and Jesus, like you see the bone like extended through his finger. That's just nuts. So actually having this figure in person, I actually have a new appreciation for this figure, and just wow. I mean, wow. You see the redness in his eyes. You see his teeth. Just a fantastic sculpt. Just a great looking figure. Just absolutely fantastic. The only gripe that I may have about this figure would not be articulation, which I can already tell. Which I'm gonna get into articulation in a little bit, but I mean you can kind of already tell like there's not a whole lot of articulation here, but maybe the small nitpick I might have would be that the figure is really hard to stand up, and that's because his wings are so heavy. So like, you know, like the way I have him standing right now, like I have one of his wings balanced on the table so he can, it's kind of like I prop the wing up so he can, or should I say prop the wing down so he can be able to stand. If I lift both his arms up, he will topple over very easy. But that's a minor gripe. I mean, the trade-off is just way small because this figure is just so this I mean, he's an ugly, hideous bastard, but he's a beautifully sculpted, ugly, hideous looking bastard. And he looks terrifying as he should. It's a very, I would say grotesque, but I've seen worse figures that look way more grotesque than this. But well, I seen the other DC Collectibles Man Bat figure that was from the Arkham Knight video game. I was contemplating of picking that one up at one point, but I'm so glad that I didn't. And the reason why is because I feel this would fit in so much better with my Batman collection, because most of the Batman figures I have look more, I don't want to say cartoon animated, but they look more comic booky. And the Arkham Knight figures are shooting more for realism. Now, my Mezco Batman that I have, not the one that just see in the background, the Silver Knight, which is the newest one. I'm so excited. I can't wait to review that, guys. I'm going to review that figure soon, very soon. Trust me. But not the Silver Knight that I just got that y'all can see in the background. I'm really giddy about that. But my Ascendant Knight, the Ascendant Knight Batman, I feel like it has a perfect blend of comic book and realism at the same time. So I try to get figures that leans a little bit more towards comic book than realism. But I mean, depending on the figure and depending on the way that it's sculpted, it could fit in either way, actually. But when it comes to this Man Bat, I just say, I'm rambling my ass off, but I'll say that I like the sculpting on this figure better, and it kind of reminds me of the animated series, but more of the comic book, I say. But when I look at this Man Bat, I do think about the animated series, which they also do have that Man Bat. By the way, I thought about picking that one up too. I don't know, maybe I will. But anyway, I got this Man Bat, and like I was saying earlier, Dr. Kirk Langstrom, a scientist. In some mediums, he has good intentions. In others, he doesn't. I think from Batman the animated series, he did have good intentions, but I don't know. But then again, like, he did seem a little sinister, like when he finally revealed himself to Batman, that he was this hideous man-bat creature. So I don't know. Like I said, well, I know that in the Arkham Knight, he was a good man, and unfortunately, his experiment, cost him a lot. He killed his wife actually in that game. Anyway, rambling too much, but yeah, he's a scientist. Typical thing. Doing experimentation. The experiment goes horribly wrong. Yada yada yada, and mutation time. So that pretty much sums up Dr. Langstrom. I think his wife's name is Francine Langstrom. And yeah, so this is just awesome figure. So anyway, before I forget, articulation. So his head, can go all the way around 360. This is an older figure. His wings, his arms doesn't really, it doesn't really go out, but you can rotate the wings 360. He has a single bend in the elbow, no double jointed, nothing like that. I mean, because it's an old figure, so nothing in the waist at all. Nothing really. No upper bicep swivel, nothing like that. And the legs just go all the way back and go all the way, well, not all the way front, but that's, I mean, very, very, very limited. So if you would want to collect this figure, it will probably be as a statue. Pretty much, but a very awesome statue. I mean, he's not a statue, he's an action figure, but I'm just saying, like, there's really no articulation, really. So, he's a flying character anyway, so maybe if you have a strong enough display, I don't have one, but if I did, I would definitely try to hang him up in a flying pose. But then again, I would be kind of worried because he would probably fall over. But anyway, I really like this figure. I'm glad I finally got him. I got him basically for dirt cheap on eBay. So if you're interested, that's where you could find him most likely, for a couple of pennies. So look forward to my Silver Knight review, guys. It just came in the mail today. I'll try to upload that video as soon as possible because I can't wait to crack that figure open. I have a lot to say about it. It has a shitload of accessories, so it's, these Mezco figures, so, it's probably going to be a long one, guys. It's probably going to be a long one, so, yeah. And before I almost forget, I just wanted to stand him side by side with my Cinder Knight Batman, and they scale pretty damn good together. Yeah, they look pretty good. So yeah, so that's the review, and stay tuned for my Silver Knight review, guys. Till next time, guys. See ya.